I'm Jeff Pavlat with the Austin Cactus and Succulent Society, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about pruning agaves. Whether in the landscape or in containers, a little bit of pruning can help agaves look their best. Looking at this large agave here, you can see it has a lot of dry leaves lower down and then even up higher. Now naturally agaves drop leaves at the base and they slowly go down to the ground, and you can cut them off for aesthetic reasons. On ones in the landscape, if they're sort of hidden and don't bother you, it's not necessary to remove them. But in containers, I usually remove them. Now, this particular agave is really dry, which is why it has so many leaves up higher. But another reason that an agave could look this way is with freeze damage. And if an agave does suffer damage from freezing, you'll want to wait until it dries up good, and then you can cut those leaves off. So I'm going to start here by pruning off one of the lower leaves. If the leaf is mostly damaged, I'll take it all the way off. And then in this, I'll just turn it here. Now this one is completely dry. The dry ones are much harder to get off. There we go. And then for tips that are dried back like this, I recommend cutting it off at a bit of an angle because I think aesthetically it looks a little bit more natural. Let's see. And then we could just keep working our way around like this. Now, on an agave, when you've cut it like this, the sap in here can burn a little bit if you get it on your hands. So you want to kind of be careful not to do that. If you do get the sap on, just wash it off with some soap and water. And then for smaller agaves in containers like this one is not a cold hardy plant. It hasn't been pruned in probably a year or two. You can see it has a lot of pups growing around it and a lot of dead leaves at the base. So those I'll just start and work my way around and take them off. And it can be a little bit tricky getting your hands under here. And for some of you, if you're not totally comfortable, you might want to wear gloves. I usually don't, but... And then right here you can see there's an agave here, so I'll just pull it out. It doesn't show many roots, but if you pot it up about that deep, it'll just start to grow, and in a few years you'll have another plant just like this one. So as you work your way around, you can already see that the plant looks much better. Now this is one where I would just take part of the leaf off and I would cut it at a bit of an angle. So as you can see, with a little bit of pruning, your agaves will look a whole lot better. For Backyard Basics, I'm Jeff Pavlat.